are you doing?
I borrowed your notebook to study, remember? And I thought this was the right notebook. But then I saw that you had written an adventure story with us in it, and I was curious.
Yeah, but no one should read it. It's a very silly story.
It's not silly, it's super cool.
You thought it was cool?
As far as I read, sure. So I want the spoilers. What's underground?
Well, I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
It's just that I have some theories about it, and I really wanted to know if I was right.
Wait, did you just make theories about my story?
Of course I did. I said it was cool.
We can think something cool for the underground if you want.
I have so many ideas.
Go on.
Our first animation contest. I can't believe we managed to send it in time.
Yeah, we really made it. To the next one of the list.
To the next one on the list.